What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Okamiden. I'm What the Fnu, and I love the smell of bacon in the morning. Who doesn't? Sorry, give me a second here. Sorry about that. I don't want to attempt to hold that stuff in my mouth. There's only so long you can keep bacon in your cheek while you're talking before you really want to eat it. Anywho. I love breakfast food in general, to be totally honest with you. It's easy to make, it's hot, it's hearty. I mean, you could have a bowl of cereal any time out of the day, and it would count as a full-size meal. You know what I mean? Eggos is another one of my favorites. Like, you know those French toast ones? And not like the little mini French toast ones, although I do prefer those in terms of taste. I mean like the full, actual size of a slice of toast. French toast waffles. Those things are thick, man. I have to set my toaster to 5 just to get them to cook all the way. Nothing else that I've ever put in that machine can go past 3 without getting burned to hell. And these things go up to 5 before they're thoroughly cooked. It's ridiculous. These are the types of Eggos I can actually justify putting syrup on, you know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, I just happened to figure out where I needed to take Kuro. Thought about it for a little while. And by a little while, I mean a day or two. Yeah, sorry I missed you guys a little ways back. I had, prior engagements. Yeah, guess what came out recently? Oh, man. I don't think I've talked about this before, but I actually am a very huge fan of Borderlands. I pre-ordered my... Oh, my God, that's a lot of treasure. Oh, so much loot. I don't know what to open first. Oh, so many shinies. Oh, hey, Susano. How did you sneak past all those demons undetected? Never mind. Just roll with it. Oh, what was I talking about before? Borderlands, right. Shoot. Sorry, I keep getting distracted between the two of these. I kind of like how they made Susano out to be a bit more of a badass in this game. I think I might have mentioned this before. Before, it was kind of like the pure comic relief character. I mean, he had one good moment right at the end, and I have a feeling we're going to see that moment again here in a little bit. Because, you know, retreading old ground, that's something Capcom doesn't do at all, right? 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 Never mind. Anywho, speaking of treading old ground, Borderlands. Third attempt at talking about this now. Yeah, I'm stoked about that game. In fact, I actually plan on doing a review of it, starting up reviews again here in a little bit, just for that game. But the thing is, I'm so devoted to it. I actually went to the website and built my skill tree before the game even showed up in the mail. Got mine off of Amazon, by the way. I'm just kind of playing Axton for a little bit while I wait for the Necromancer to show up. Yeah, I'm part of the Premier Club. What about it? I like buying my games I like buying my games new. Because, you know, that's the only time the developers get rewarded for their 4 or 5 years of hard work. Just something to think about the next time you step into GameStop or something. Just something to take into consideration. Anyways, skill tree. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing Axton just because I liked his setup. I mean, ignore damage that would cause you to die, increased shield capacity, just the phalanx shield. I just liked how survivable he is. It's not really working out for me so far. I kind of wish I had chosen Salvador at this point, to be totally honest with you, but it's working out. I like the fact that I can just deploy the sentry and sit back and take pot shots with a sniper rifle. And, oh man, I love sniper rifles in this game. I'm always clamoring for a better one. Don't have a whole lot of badass ranks at the moment, maybe like 850 or something like that. By the way, if you're thinking about farming badass ranks, well, let me explain what those are in the first place. For those of you who don't know, Borderlands 2 actually has two separate systems for leveling. There's the character level, and then there's a sort of player level, if you will, that goes across all your characters. It's called your badass rank. By completing... the first game had, like, challenges where you go through... You know what? What am I doing? I'm going to be talking about this in the review anyway. So I'll just let you guys watch that whenever it comes out. You know, after I get everything else I need to get done here, just out of the way. Like 3 episodes of Mario Galaxy I need to make up with, plus daily updates on this, or at least an attempt at daily up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Mario Galaxy, and yeah, episode 15 of RTGs. I've got all the footage I need from the game that I'm reviewing in that episode, but I make a lot of comparisons to other games as well, and I'm having a hell of a time getting all that. Just on sheer principle alone, I like to make sure that all of the footage I get is my footage. I used to do that, where I took other people's videos and integrated them into mine. And if you go back and look at it, you can tell sometimes, like, the recording quality is completely different from something else in the video. Like, in Orphan, you can definitely tell that Metal Gear The Twin Snakes was recorded by somebody totally different than me. The quality just looks different from the actual Orphan game footage. And I kind of regret that. I want to go and play the Twin Snakes. I want to play the Metal Gear series in general. The only one I own is VR missions. Don't ask me why that's the only one I own, why I'd pick up the side game before I actually pick up one of the mainstay titles. Don't ask... Whoa! Jesus, Chibi, you almost got your tail nicked off there. Anyways, yeah. I just want to play Metal Gear titles. I just want to play at least the first one, because it's kind of one of those games that's beyond review at this point. It's one of those games you just kind of have to play if you consider yourself a big gamer. Like, you consider yourself a... Yee. Wow, we've got a pirate imp over here. Speak a word of this to a soul, and I skipped over that way too quickly. Oh well, we got Orochi's secret stash now. And he gives us faith, or gratitude, or whatever. I was talking about this in the last video, how I don't really think it's faith in this game. I mean, that's what it was in the original. Amaterasu had to restore her faith in the people, their gratitude and their belief in the idea of something bigger than themselves is what gave her power. That makes sense, but I think it might be a little different for Chibi, and that's why you can get it off of demons and whatnot. I think it's just pure gratitude. It's not like faith, because people already believe in Amaterasu. And these, obviously, your partners believe you're a god already. I mean, you can't not believe in something you're riding on, you're seeing for yourself, you're touching for yourself. I don't want to hear anybody say they don't believe in vampires, because I don't believe in vampires, but I do believe my own 2 eyes, and what I saw was fucking vampires. I love that movie. That's one of the first M-rated movies I ever saw, actually. Not the first. That honor actually belongs to The Patriot. I will never forget that movie simply because of that fact. That's actually a very good movie. You should go see that movie. I actually own it on VHS somewhere around here. Yeah, remember that format? I'll bet you don't. Okay, so what? What's going on around here? Oh, for a second I thought I had to jump in that pit down there. I'm glad there's this incredibly long spiral staircase leading up to where I need to go. Can't even see myself anymore. Oh, wait, there I am. There you are. Hi, Chibi. You hiding behind the staircase, you silly. Viewers want to see you. You're the star of this show. Or at least I like to think you're the star. People are watching this for the gameplay, right? Just double checking that real quick. You're watching because you like the game, not because you like to hear me ramble about absolutely nothing. Waffles and games that I'm playing. Yeah, that'll make it totally topical in about, 10 years from now when people are playing Final Fantasy 28 and going, what the hell is Amaterasu! And Orochi! Huh. You know, actually for a DS game, that looks pretty good. I expected worse. That's not bad. Oh, Susano. You're right there, dude. Oh, come on. Well, while you get your shit together and Kuro has to... You're getting a pep talk from Kuro. That's bad, man. That's feels bad, man. I'm gonna take this bite of bacon just for you. Hang on a second. You've got the power to change history. I know, because where I come from, your deeds are history. Of course, I can't say that because that'll completely confuse you and it'll destroy the time-space continuum as we know it. So we actually had a hand in making this happen. Have no fear, Susano is here. Yeah, of course we can't help out with this, because, you know, we can't destroy history as we know it. Of course, our actions kind of set in motion the events of the future. If it weren't for us, the Lucky Hammer never would have appeared on the ship in the first place, which... See, this is meaning, because of our actions, the fact that we existed in Amaterasu's future, meaning we could go back to the past, actually made her journey possible so we could be born, and... You know, this is just the kind of shit, this is why you don't put a time travel story arc in your game. Because you come up with all kind of logical snafus and foobars like this that you just can't fix. If you're in the past because you have business from the future, you need to stick to that business. You can't do anything with the stuff that's already there, or you just open yourself up to all kinds of problems. And what did I tell you? We're gonna see Susano's crowning moment again. Good! Oh crap, I actually have to do this! That's not gonna work, is it? Well, what do you expect? I wasn't ready. Of course it didn't work. You can't just throw... What is Amaterasu doing during this? Seriously? She's right there. Last I checked, we had to do this in the last game, didn't we? She didn't need our help. She did it by herself. We've seen this before where somebody comes in and does the brush strokes for you. Granted, that was a boss that was trying to screw you over, but still, we've seen that. Why does this fall on us? Is she just sitting there doing nothing? Like, who's taking care of these brush strokes, man? It's not me. Huh. Because that totally happened in the last game. Don't you remember when you activated the Celestial Brush power, that mysteriously this grainy sort of line came in and did it for you? Yeah, I remember too. It was a great part of the game. Very climactic. Alright, how many heads am I up to now? I haven't really been paying attention. Good will always triumph over... Oh, 2. Oh, good will never lose to evil. No, wait, that's only 6. Orochi has 8 heads. What word am I missing? See, this is why you need to pay attention. Kids, don't be like me. Pay attention. Maybe you'll actually have something resembling a memory. He barfed up red crap into the sky there, instantly disappeared. And he doesn't even turn to Amaterasu and say, "Stand back, Mutt, this one's mine," or something to that effect. I remember that specifically. It's like she's not even there. She's just looking at all this like, is there a reason for me being here? Somewhere there's an Okami player right now who's going, what is going on with my game right now? Am I supposed to be doing something during this cutscene? We don't even get the joke. We don't even get the line that was making him laugh in the first place. Unbelievable, man. That history scroll was right on the money, which is why it's history. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today's a gift. That's why we call it a Koro! Alright, boss time, right? Now I get to finally lay the smack down on this bastard. Make me go into the past, will you? Screw up the continuity of the previous game, will you? This is why I have to think about what I'm going to say before I attempt to say it. Whoa, what was that? No, a sparkly flute! My one weakness! Seriously, where are the sparkles coming from? Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Again, pop reference jokes that'll be totally relevant in 10 years from now. Or would that really be considered pop culture? It's more like internet culture, to be totally honest with you. Which, in a way, never gets old. I actually made a comment on the Power Thirst video not too long ago. I remember YouTube went through a kind of thing a ways back where all videos were given a posted by date, and they were all identical regardless of when they were actually posted. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think that's what went down. And I just looked at that. Power Thirst 2007, sometime in June, I believe it was, and I was like, damn, it's been that long? I remember back in Web 1.0 when 4chan was like brand new. Of course, I wasn't really mentally ready for the site back then. I went back a couple years later. You know, I actually watched over the forums for a little bit, because really, if you go 2 weeks without having your account deleted on 4chan, they just give you moderator powers. Hello, old Mr. Orange? No, Mr. Fruit. Mr. Nondescript Fruit. Seriously, what is that on his head? Hold up a second, dude. I thought Amaterasu and Susano took care of that problem. I still can't get over the fact that there is a surfer dude in ancient Japan. There is no surf on the moon. You know, unless you go to the Sea of Tranquility, I guess. Sorry. Very weak astrology humor there. Was it by the Sea of Tranquility? It was by the Mountains of Happiness. Oh, and there's a very rare look at what the character looks like without all of the tattoos and everything. That's one character model I was really surprised you didn't get in the original Okami. Like, I get it, you have all of the other dogs you can do, but walking around as Amaterasu without all of the godly markings, that would have been kind of interesting, don't you think? It's a very easy character skin to do, and it actually makes sense. We see it from time to time. Oh, man. Kamiki Village, 100 years in the past. Shiranui was just one of Orochi's goons. Oh, I'm sorry. This is one of Orochi's goons. In fact, Shiranui was really the first Okami. The first wolf? The first wolf, period? Because that's what you're saying. Okami does not refer to wolf god. Shiranui was the first Amaterasu, or at least the first incarnation of her. Amaterasu herself came back later in a second incarnation, possibly her true one. So, are you insinuating I might be the third? Because I'm her son. I am not Amaterasu in any way possible. Oh man, I want to explore this place so bad, but I can't because I'm getting up on time here. So, everybody, that is the end of this episode. I will see you in the next one when we will see what amazing things await us in this place we've already been to, but technically haven't been to because now it's back in time and everything's going to be changed around. Hopefully. Hopefully. Capcom, don't let me down. Don't let me down. See you guys then. Later, everybody.